Hi there. Are you an attorney that's looking to attract more leads, retain more clients, and grow your law practice? Maybe you've been investing in marketing services or advertising online, or perhaps you've even worked with other lead generation companies, but for whatever reason, you haven't been able to secure enough paying clients for your practice. Well, my name is Dave Aarons. I'm the founder and CEO of Unbundled Attorney, and today I'm going to share with you a unique business model that hundreds of attorneys across the country that we work with have been using to build 5-figure a month and even 6-figure a month practices, providing services to clients that would otherwise be unable to afford legal help. Now, before I go into exactly how they've been able to do that, I want to share with you a couple trends we've been seeing in the legal industry that might be part of the reason you've been feeling the pinch. So in 1971, only 1% of the filings in family court were by pro se litigants, people that were unrepresented by an attorney. You contrast that with 2019, over 70% of the filings in family court are by people unrepresented by an attorney. So in other words, in 1971, 99% of the people filing in family courts are represented by an attorney. And nowadays, it's less than 30%. So there's about 1/3 as many clients hiring an attorney as there were 50 years ago. Now you contrast that trend with this one. In 1971, there were 207 million people in the United States, combined with 342,000 lawyers. So that's one lawyer for every 605 people. In 2019, there are 329 million people in the United States and 1.34 million lawyers. So that's one lawyer for every 245 people. So in other words, we have about 3 times as many lawyers per person as there were 50 years ago, and they're now competing with 1/3 the number of clients. It's not exactly a pretty picture, is it? So what do? Well, here's what we would suggest. Instead of going after the 30% of clients that the other 1.3 million attorneys are all competing for, you can pivot your practice and start providing legal services to the 70% of clients that are currently unrepresented. So how do our attorneys go about doing that? Well, first, they are not requiring the clients to pay them a $5,000 to $10,000 retainer fee up front. Instead, they're delivering unbundled legal services, which is also known as limited scope or discrete task representation, which basically means that the attorney and the client are agreeing to limit the scope of the attorney's involvement down to specific agreed upon tasks or specific aspects of the client's case. Typically, unbundled legal services are going to range somewhere between $500 and $1,500, depending on the case and what the client hires the attorney to do. Now, in the past, attorneys would look at that and go, $500, $1,000, hey, there might be a lot of clients that want to hire me for that amount of money, but that seems like really low value or low revenue. I need to go after those $5,000 to $10,000 retainers. But what's happened in the last few years is we now have legal technology available that can streamline the delivery of these services to make them a lot more efficient and a lot more profitable. So let's take a $750 document service as an example. With legal technology, you can now streamline the intake process. You can implement document automation software to make the preparation of the forms a lot faster. You can also leverage either an in-house or even a virtual paralegal to draft those documents for you. So in the past, that $750 document service might have taken 3 hours, and so your effective hourly rate was only $250 an hour. Now we can cut that down to 1.5 hours, and so your effective hourly rate is now $500 an hour. So there's a high demand for clients, but now with legal technology, it can also become high value, where you're making $300, $400, $500 per hour effective hourly rate, providing services at a rate that the average family can afford. So to learn more about how to implement these unbundled legal services into your practice, you can check out an episode of our podcast. We've interviewed over 50 unbundled attorneys over the years about the unbundled services they offer, how much they typically charge, how they explain these services to their clients, and then of course, the legal technology that they've implemented to streamline the delivery of them. If you would also be interested in receiving clients that would like to hire an attorney that provides unbundled legal services, that's also what we do. For the past decade, we've been educating the public about the availability of unbundled services and how these services typically work, how much they typically cost, and then connecting those clients with the unbundled attorneys we work with in their local area. So you can receive these client leads in real time. Each lead is also exclusive, and we deliver it directly to your inbox or live transfer them to your office, or even can book them directly onto your calendar in real time. So to learn more about our services, you can just schedule a call on our website. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about the availability of leads in your area and see if we'd be a good fit to work together. At the end of the day, we sincerely believe that providing unbundled legal services is a critical component to shifting the access to justice problem in this country. We appreciate your willingness to learn more about how to implement these service options in your practice and welcome the opportunity to connect with you again soon.